It's your boy Dish Henry here on another episode of Dishes by Henry. Got old Purply back. Purply's taking a nap for a couple days. Y'all been sending me quite a few dishes lately. I've been getting a lot of boxes in the mail full of y'all's dirty dishes, which is the idea of all this. Is what I want to do. Everyone from now on to give me to pay when you send me your dishes to put a little bit of extra for postage and shipping for me to send you back your dishes, because it's honestly getting really expensive for me to receive all these dishes and then clean them and then have to send them back to you. It's costing me money to do your dishes, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about doing that and shit, but oh shit! But yeah, it's getting quite expensive. I can't pay for it. I already had to take a third mortgage out of my house because they say, oh, that man lived down the street, don't want to get a job. I'm like, don't want to get a job. I fucking sit here doing dishes all Purply. Me and Purply be doing all this shit all day long. And they're like, you don't want to get a job. What the fuck you think I'm doing all day? Huh? Hello? I even offered to go around town to all my neighbors and say, hey, I'll do all y'all dishes if y'all just let me live in peace, because it ain't fair to me whatsoever. I'm doing dishes from people all the way around the world. This from China. I have to send this dish back to her clean all the way to China, and that just cost me a lot of money. And so when I pulled the third mortgage out of my house, my landlord was like, hey, what are you doing? You know, I saw your tax returns last year. I mean, you did all right last year. What's going on? What happened this year? And I said, I started living my dream. And he said, well, that dream, you know, might cost you to be evicted from your house. Man, why would you want to do that? I said, I don't want to be evicted from my house. Who said I want to be evicted from my house? I just want to do dishes all day long. And he said, okay, no, that's a good idea. But do you do it at a restaurant or do you do it at professionally? I said, do I do dishes professionally? Yeah, I do dishes professionally. I did dishes 35 years, 35 different restaurants. He said, well, why don't you go work at a restaurant again? I said, because they do dishes in a fucking dishwasher. And I'm against that. I'm really against that. This thing still hadn't been used. He still hadn't been used. I'm still thinking about him. He keeps me up at night. Last night, I'm over here, I'm having a lucid dream. I'm in a dishwasher and I'm scared to death. And I look up, as I'm being killed by the dishwasher, I look up and there he is. Just fucking looking at me. And he said, you will do dishes the way I want you to. And I said, oh, bitch ass motherfucker, no, I ain't doing shit. That's when I woke up. I woke myself the fuck up. Oh, Purply. We're going on 15 years together, me and Purply. This brings up another point. I go to a psychiatrist, okay? And I said I've been hurt in the past by all these different kinds of relationships and stuff. He's like, what you talking about? You know, I said, well, this old sponge I used to have, I was washing a spoon, and I have never told anybody this, and I kind of don't want to. I had the spoon. I was washing it. I slid the sponge over him to wash him, and the sponge, that's when he decided to rip. And that's not normally a big deal. I've been through lots of different sponges, and Sponge knew that normally spoons are the easiest thing to wash. They always have the best attitude when he washes their spoons, because you know the sponge just goes right over and right over and right under, and then you grab it and pull it up on the stem, and that's how you wash a good spoon. And all the sponge broke then and there, and you think, well, that's okay, just get a new. No, the thing about that is, he did it on purpose. He purposely ripped. And so I told my psychiatrist that. I said, I've had a lot of trust issues with sponges, and this is all before I met Purply. Way before I met Purply. And he's like, what you mean? What you mean a sponge? And I was like, what you mean a sponge? And I got kicked out. I couldn't even have me a psychiatrist anymore. Went to a different one. He said I have objectophilia or some shit, and I was like, I do not have sex with my sponge. My sponge help me have sex, but that's different.